man. Ladies, please stop begging these men. It's 2026. If he want to, he will. They text and call who they want to talk to. They go on dates with who they want to go on dates with. They make time for who they want to make time for. It's too many men out here to be begging.
I was married for 5 years, but I was with my husband for 10 years. And I'm going to be honest, I lost a good man because of my mindset of I can compete with a man. Queen vibes, princess treatment. I ain't have to work. I ain't have to do nothing. But my mouth was bad. And I lost a good man. I'm taking that L. I disobeyed every direct order, but I didn't cheat. And I thought like, oh, I'm the perfect wife. I don't cheat. I don't go outside. I don't even get dolled up. But I'm in the house saying, fuck you, suck my fuck, fuck your mother.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck everybody. And it's man, the kids we got together type shit. That's how mad I get. I fucked up a whole marriage. I had the that every wanted. And I'm sitting here saying that because it eats me up every day. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm an alpha at the end of the day, and that's what fucked me up. It put me in a soft girl era, but I still had the mindset of an alpha.
Acting out because she wants a commitment and you're not giving it to her fast enough. She's not acting out because she wants a ring. She's not acting out because she wants the wedding and the marriage. She's not acting at all. That's who she is, and it is who she will remain. Do not marry a woman who does not give you any peace in the house that you're expected to pay most of the bills in.
I think what a lot of men are realizing, and this is what's keeping them from a lot of these going on dates and commitment and opting out of dating, is they look at marriage and a lot of this stuff where modern women, after about a year or so, you done paid what, 40, 50 grand, and now they're acting crazy with you. What kind of man is actually want to continue? What kind of man is going to want to actually continue to go through with that type of stuff? That's what you have to look at. A man is not going to want to continue to get into issues and nonsense and BS. Contrary to popular belief, men don't like that.
You want a woman to submit to you, you do it first. Right? Come on, servant leadership. So a lot of times, come on, Nate. A lot of times what happens is, as men, we lean on that verse in the Bible that says, wives, submit yourselves to your husband, right? And we totally disregard the verse that says, submit yourselves one to another as unto Christ, right? So as a man, if you want a dominant woman to know what it looks like to submit, you submit to God and you also submit to her. Serve her in ways that a man has never served her before, and I promise you, you will unlock a part of her that she has never had unlocked. A lot of times for a woman, the reason why she doesn't want to submit is because she doesn't feel safe enough to do so.
Women like to be pursued. Men, I think, like to feel like they're earning a woman.
Women like to be pursued?
Yeah.
I think that a lot of that comes from insecurity. Not you particularly, but I think that women like that idea of being pursued. You're just going to get a sign if you continue pursuing that.
No, I think women, they like consistency and they like knowing that the man wants them.
Of course, to desire a woman and to pursue a woman are two very different things.
What is pursuing in your words?
Well, for example, in a lot of ways, you go on a date with a girl. Who's supposed to hit up who? Persistency, women typically think is desire. It's not desire. Desire is inviting somebody to be in your life. Now, there's also a certain point where he goes, hey, I'd like to see you tomorrow. And if there's an insecurity that a girl has and she goes, well, that's not enough. I want him to chase me.
Yeah, and I think that's playing games and I don't promote that.
Mm-hmm. And another thing is that a lot of modern women don't like to take accountability. And a man can't live with you if that's the way that you think. There's nothing that I can do about that. There's nothing that I want to do about that. I can be at home, chilling, taking it easy. Why would I want to sit there and be bothered with you? Why would I want to sit there and have stupidity hanging around me? That's something that we got to figure out. That's the thing that we have to look for. Why would I want to be bothered with somebody that don't know how to act? And when they don't know how to act, they're looking at me like I done done something wrong, instead of taking accountability.
4 red flags to watch for with a divorced man that you're dating. Number 1, he's not actually divorced. That's a big one. Number 2, he's not really resolved. So he's still bitter. He's still enmeshed. He's just not over it. He hasn't done the recovery and the grieving. Number 3, he's still got financial, emotional, kid-related stuff, just breakup-related stuff he needs to go through that is preoccupying to his attention, his emotions, and his time. And number 4, he hasn't had enough time on the field to see what's out there and really decide if he wants to settle down and really decide what he wants and what he wants to be different this time. So if your guy is very recently divorced or not yet divorced, that is a red flag if you are looking for your soulmate and you are ready to settle down and you are ready to do it differently this time. Those are the red flags to watch for. Make sure you're following me so you can get all my tips all the time.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
Did you guys know that 44% of Gen Z men have never approached a woman in public, which is crazy, but also makes sense if you haven't been living under a rock. So if you're a man, a Gen Z or whoever, and you don't know how to approach a woman in public, this is for you. Don't know why it gets so complicated so quick, guys. Just keep it simple. It doesn't even have to be like this special thing unless you have like a genuine compliment you want to give her. If it doesn't seem like she's doing something like crazy important, just go up to her and be like, hey, my name is blah, blah, blah. I saw you. I think you're beautiful and I would love to get to know you more, or here's my number. She's immediately like standoffish, rude, or says she has a boyfriend, just say, hey, you know what? I'm sorry for interrupting you. I hope you have a great. And guess what? If a woman is mean to you right off the bat, when you give her a genuine compliment, you don't want to be with her anyways. And 2, I think the key in all this is we are going to be pretty guarded in the get-go, though, to try to suss out the situation. But you can like read her and see that she has a positive response. I think you have the green light. And like the key in all of it is keep the convo super short, especially if she's with other people. And then like don't linger, because then that's just like creepy. That's creepy if anyone lingers. If a girl is lingering by you and you're like, why are you in my space? I don't know what it is, but recently I've kind of just had this like mindset with like dating and meeting people. I mean, that's why I'm on dating apps like Cuffed and meeting new people, because it's just fun. A lot of people have a lot of opinions about this topic, but this is just mine. So yeah.
And here's what happens when the men check out. I get to go home. My house is quiet. I don't want no drama, no foolishness, no texting, no nonsense going on. I ain't got nothing to prove to nobody. I just go home. I could just go home. I could be out there dating, but why would I do that? When all of these modern women don't have a good head on their shoulders, why would I be out there? For what?
Okay, mama, let me be honest with you. He tired of it. Just like women mentally and emotionally check out, us fellas, we do the exact same things. Y'all tend to forget that men are human, right? When that man feels underappreciated by you, or he feels like he's in a one-sided relationship where he's having to overwork to sustain this relationship, it's very clearly that he's tired of you. When that brother stops opening his mouth, it's not because he's giving you your way. It's not because that brother feels defeated. He done made his mind up. He's moving away from this relationship. So he's going to start entertaining another woman, or he has a date in the back of his mind where he's going to walk away. You just don't know it yet. Once that man stops trying to impress you, stops giving you these sporadic gifts like flowers and candy, get all these beautiful text messages, how good you looking, him talking real dirty to you on a regular basis, once that stuff starts to subside, you're on your last days. Now, this message goes for the women that actually date men. I know some of y'all, new age, y'all don't date men no more, right? But for the women that actually date men, do understand, we have emotional needs too. So when that brother feels like no matter how much he loves you, he's walking into a brick wall, he's going to go out and try to find him some sheetrock. But leave your comment in the comment section. But y'all grown, you're going to do what y'all want to do.
The biggest green flag I'm going to teach my little girl when going out on dates with guys is, does he treat you like a queen? Does he open the door? Does he focus on you instead of focusing on his phone? Does he help you choose what to eat instead of going, what do you want? And then just kind of sitting there silently on his phone? Does he pick up the check? Does he treat you like that queen? Even with my wife, I try to open up every door. When we're walking down the street, I stand on street side, she stands on curbside, because I want the car to hit me first if we're walking down the street. So I want my daughter to get that same treatment. Those little things go a long way, and it makes them feel safe and secure. So I'm going to make sure my daughter knows if he does do those things, that's a green flag. That's a respectable man. That's a guy that you can bring home to speak to dad. If he's not like that, keep that little motherfucker away from my house, because I don't want to see him.
A lot of these modern women are expecting men to fund their lifestyle, upgrades, what they want, all that stuff, even before commitment is discussed, right? Do all of these things for me. You have a woman that's 3 months in. Really, honestly and truly, a lot of these women, modern women, are asking for that even before 3 months, right? So you come in 2 to 3 weeks in, and they're saying, why hasn't he offered to cover half the Miami trip with the girls? Why hasn't he offered to pay for my hair and nails, right? And then they'll say something stupid like, my ex always invested in experiences with me. Where's he at? What's going on with him? You know, why are you guys not together anymore? Why are you not with your ex? You know, why would I be paying for a girls trip when we haven't even had a talk about a relationship yet? That's not really an investment. That's just you testing how much you can extract early on. And that's a lot of times, and a huge reason why a lot of these guys out here are checking out, opting out of dating. That's not even dating. That's not even dating. That's you over there trying to be you're not a good person. I'll say it like that.
Okay, if you're a man, keep scrolling. Ladies, specifically wives or women who live with your male partner, tell me if this is normal or if I'm just a terrible person. Nothing stresses me out more than when my husband is relaxing. When he's at work, when he's working out, when he's cleaning the garage, when he's doing his laundry, doing the dishes, whatever. When he's up and busy and moving around, my resting heart rate is at an all-time low. I'm feeling amazing. My skin is glowing. I feel zen. I feel at peace. The second he sits on the couch, the second he's sleeping in, I have the blood pressure of a hummingbird. My stress level is at an all-time high. I'm nervously sweating. I'm clenching my jaw. Like my poor husband can't catch a break. Like, unless the sun has gone down, the day is over, the day is done. We are both on the couch. We are both watching a movie. Like, that's okay. But if the sun is up, if the sun is still shining, he best be moving around. He best be doing.
The amount of women in the comment section of this video that do not see this as being a problem, that it is completely normal, and that it's actually his fault as to why you feel this way is insane. At this point, anyone that does not see this as an issue, my question back to you is, how do you expect equality to men if he's literally doing all the work while you are making this video in clear daylight in bed? I don't know, call me crazy or call me a true feminist, but I believe that both men and women, they have a desire to rest, especially when they are generally hard workers through the day. They might need to take a break because they're human, and I don't think that it's healthy for any one gender to expect the other gender to not be able to take that break. Call me crazy.
You know what is both terrifying and revolting?
What? I can only imagine.
When a man says I'm pretty.
Right. Okay then. So, ladies, I'm sure some of you are wondering what exactly this is about. Well, I have seen lots of videos out there of women asking why men don't seem to want to take women out on dates, why they don't seem to be interested, and why they most certainly have really stopped approaching women in public at all. Well, you just saw one of the many reasons why. Because unfortunately, social media is virtually saturated with lots of women indicating how much they dislike men, they don't want them near them, and they don't even want what would be considered to be positive attention from any man in the form of a compliment, because those are apparently terrifying. And ladies, if you want men to start being interested again, you have to start acting like you don't despise them.
You know, it's funny because a lot of these modern women, they'll come to a first date with a list of things, literal lists of things that they're expecting from a guy. I want you, I want your therapist. I want the exact number. I want the exact number of therapy sessions that you've gone to within the last 3 weeks. How long were they? What object lessons did you learn from that? Which the object lessons I really don't have a problem with, but they want to grill you on the questions that they want to know. But all it takes from you is one question, 2 questions, one question actually. Let me jump it back down to one question. What do you bring to the table? And then the date is over. They beat and ask you about your family history. And then one question is like, oh yeah, you're pretty thorough. Now, let me go ahead and ask you. What do you bring to the table? Oh man,
let him go. The reason you keep getting hurt is because you don't leave the first time. Everything a man does is intentional, so leave the first time he disrespects you. When you don't feel loved, when you feel unwanted, when he cheats, when he lies, or if you find yourself constantly trying to decode mixed signals. Listen, when your gut is telling you that you don't belong there anymore, but your mind keeps making excuses for him, that's your downfall. You're attached to his potential, and potential is where women lose years. Giving someone too many chances teaches them that you will tolerate almost anything. Don't confuse loyalty with love. The longer you stay, the more your self-worth adapts to the treatment until disrespect starts to feel normal. Boundaries are not just for him. They're for you, so leave. You will be okay, because if you don't, you won't stay forever anyway. You'll just stay longer. You'll lose months, years, until you start resenting him, until you feel nothing. And by the time you finally leave, you've already processed the breakup over and over again in your head. The grief, the anger, you've lived it multiple times before you even walked away. So most women don't leave too late because they're weak. They leave too late because they don't recognize the pattern early enough. The first time he disrespects you is not the problem. Staying after is.
If you get into a rebound relationship or hook up with strangers after a committed relationship, you are weak. And I know this is going to piss some of you off, but if that last relationship meant anything to you, you would not be doing what you're doing now. You are choosing not to heal, you're choosing not to learn your lessons, and you're choosing quick and easy comfort. It does not matter what your situation was. It does not matter how bad that person treated you. You are choosing not to heal. And if you get out of a committed relationship, you need time to process. You need to process your traumas. And if you are unable to do that, it means you are unable to sit with yourself. You cannot stand being in your own presence. So you're going to go run to someone else to try to fill that void. What you need to be doing is putting yourself in a season of solitude and singleness. That does not mean going and hooking up with people and acting single. That could mean journaling, meditation, traveling, working out, and etc. Because if you don't process that last relationship, you're going to bring every single problem into the next. Insanity is the definition of doing something over and over again, expecting different results. So take the time to process, take the time to actually heal, because if you don't, you're only hurting yourself.
And I think a lot of the, or I should say, one of the issues is that modern women come up with this whole list that they quote unquote need from a man. And really a lot of it is just wants, right? He's got to be 6 feet tall. He's got to be emotionally available. He's got to have a six pack. He's got to have six figures. He's got to be, like I said, emotionally available, spiritually grounded, and all of that. The whole 9 yards. He's got to do this, 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 and this. And then the man turn around and ask, okay, well, what are you bringing to the table? And the answer, and she's probably not going to say that, but the answer is going to be confusion. It's going to be an attitude. That's what it's going to be. Even though I'm saying I really don't want to be bothered with that. Confusion, attitude, chaos. How many people think that that's a fair trade? How many people think that modern women actually, I can answer the question for you. Modern women actually think that that's a fair trade. Men don't, by the way, just so we're clear. Men don't think me bringing a whole host of things to the table. I'm emotionally available. I'm spiritually grounded. All that. And then what I get back from you is confusion, attitude, and you acting silly. They're not going to think that that's a fair trade.
And another thing, if you're not getting approached by men when you're out, but you're looking good, everything's on point, those men on site know that you are out of their league. They are not going to go embarrass themselves trying to get with you because they know it's not going to work. Keep doing you, keep being a baddie. The right one who is in your league and knows he can bat 1,000 with you is going to come up to you.
There are more good single men out here than good single women There, I've said it. Because a lot of good men are single for one reason. They get tired. Tired of giving loyalty to women addicted to confusion. Tired of bringing real love to women who only know how to respond to toxicity. Tired of being honest, solid, and intentional just to get played by someone who called peace boring. There are good men out here who will provide, protect, and stay loyal. But too many of them keep running into women who want the title of being good women without the attitude, discipline, or character that goes with it. The dating pool is not empty. It's a lot of good men here. They're just tired of swimming in garbage. Follow Claudia Funeral Truth for more truth people are afraid to say.
Modern women seem to have no issue. Not one single issue. I don't have an issue telling a man what he needs to be, where he needs to go, how he needs to dress, what he needs to wear, the whole 9 yards. Got a list of things, a diary of things, a group chat. The notes app is full. And that's one note. They go to another note. Say, okay, he's passed maybe 10, 15 things that I want. And now that he's passed these 10, 15 things, here's another 5, 10 things. And now that he's passed those, going into my perfect man, because this was a decent man. Now this is a good man. And now this is a perfect man. And I'm manifesting a perfect man. And now he has to pass, mind you, he's passed what, 10, 15, and now he's down to 5, 10, and now he has to go through 1 to 5 things. Now you gotta go through 1 to 5 of these things and get him right to be my perfect man. And if you're ultra perfect, this one teensy tiny thing you gotta do. And that's what's clearing a lot of men out of the dating market. They go through the 10 to 15, the 5 to 10, the 1 to 5. But then they say, oh shoot, I'm almost there. Who's gonna be that one man? I know he's gotta be out there. And I'm not gonna settle for less. I'm not gonna let a good man keep me from my husband. And you actually stay single because that man that was actually perfect for you, that performed the things, the 5 things, the top 5 things that you wanted. You say, okay, now there's one thing, that 1%, that 2%. I want that last 2%. It's got to be there. And you've ruined your chances at having a good companion.
Calling you to say goodnight, bare minimum. Calling you pretty, bare minimum. Taking you on dates, bare minimum. Getting you flowers, bare minimum.
Not being ran through, bare minimum. Not having any children, bare minimum. Dating someone for who they are and not what they have, bare minimum. Not having your out everywhere on social media, bare minimum.
You don't lose a good man in one mistake. Mm-hmm. You lose him in patterns, in the small disrespect, in the constant criticism, in the effort that slowly fades. A good man doesn't just wake up and stop caring, but over time he realizes something, that the peace he's looking for is no longer in that relationship.
When you break up with your girl after 3 weeks not speaking till you break up with your girl, she's at the gym already with a whole nother man. Are angry, are miserable.
People always seem surprised when the girl moves on quick. It's because fellas never knew. You just never knew. Stay walking the streets like big brother.
Guys, it's dangerous out there. You see, most of these ladies you are dating, they are dating more than 2, 3 boyfriends. You are not the only one. Always protect yourself. Don't feel too comfortable. Don't think because you've been dating this person for more than a year, so you let go of your guards and not protect yourself.
As a woman, we start to think like, I'm not even gonna bother having this conversation anymore. It just is what it is. And you start checking out. And men don't realize it. And here is the thing. When we are fighting you on a thing and arguing on a thing and going to bat with you on things, we still care. When we stop saying that thing, it's not because we've healed or we are better or we're okay with it. It's we're checking out.
God
Guys, I want to know when men stopped offering to carry women's suitcases. What the actual heck? I was on the tube the other day with 2 suitcases and a handbag. Not one man offered to carry my suitcase. Not even one of my suitcases. I was at London Bridge, up and down those stairs. I was like, I'm struggling out here. I'm just a girl. When did this stop being a thing? When did we decide that chivalry isn't worth partaking in? I really want to bring it back. How can we bring it back?
Men can just go sleep around with like 10 women and it's okay, but then if a woman does it, it's like bad.
How easy do you think it would be for you to go in there and sleep with 10 guys?
Very easily. I mean, because like guys willingly will just go up to you out of the blue.
For the average guy, like your friend that was just here, how easy do you think it would be for him to sleep with 10 women?
If the guy is like some like gorgeous model, maybe he might.
I think if a guy could sleep with 10 women, the reason he's celebrated is because not a lot of guys can sleep with 10 women. There's a lot of guys that are virgins not by choice. Whereas like even the ugliest woman can sleep with a guy. So why celebrate you for something that's so easy to do?
There's a reason why the dress for the man is the same at a wedding and a funeral. You're saying goodbye to your previous self. The woman is the icon, the symbol of beauty, almost always in all white, right? Ascendant. The man is usually in black and white, like he's attending somebody, because it's of the bachelor mindset, it's promiscuity, it's the wandering eye, it's of immoral behavior, it's of texting girls casually, it's of I get to do what I want to do, it's of just going to the bar with friends, it's of acting like an infant, it's of playing video games till 1 a.m., and it's the birth of a man.
Today, if you take a girl out on a date and you offer to pay, some people get offended by that because women now feel that they are equally, how stupid of those women. You shouldn't have men pay. No, but I'm saying these are things that happen that, we can open the door for ourselves.
There's a difference between being chivalrous and being toxic.
Have you ever been in a situation where you've done something that you thought was chivalrous and a woman has said that, I can do that myself, you don't need to?
No, as long as you're doing it in a way to be polite and not show I'm the man, you can't go wrong, is my opinion. If you're opening the door not to be like I'm the one who'll open the door, instead you're doing it because I want to help you, then it's never going to come across the wrong way. Right. If you're going to say, I would love to pay for this meal, it's not going to come across the wrong way because you're doing it because you want to do something kind. Not like, I'm the provider, so I'll pay. It's the intent.
For you guys who are single, the whole goal is to start with friendship, meaning she is your sister in Christ. She's going to be somebody's wife. And if she's not going to be your wife, treat her in such a way that you're not hurting her before she gets to her husband. And then it becomes intentional dating. And intentional dating is different than casual dating. Casual dating, how many people do you date? However many you want. Intentional dating, just one. Now, if that intentional dating process goes well, and you love the Lord, you love each other, you get to know her friends and family, you're like, okay, I got a first round draft pick on the board. You seek wise counsel, find good, godly people who love the Lord and have a good marriage. Say, hey, why don't you guys get to know us and tell us what you think? We've never been married. Then sign up for a premarital class. Let's go through a process and a class and meet with mentors and see what the Bible says. And let's let them help us figure out if we're ready. Then the man has to decide what? Do I want to propose or not? And if he proposes, she says, yes. Now you're engaged. Now you set a date. Then you get married. She becomes your wife. You have a covenant that gets consummated.
Tell me if I'm wrong. After 30, a woman's value plummets rapidly. Women do this openly, yet they remain oblivious to how little value they hold for men compared to the value they assign to themselves.
Yeah.
As I said earlier, after 30, a woman's value plummets rapidly.
Mm-hmm.
By 40, it vanishes completely.
Mm-hmm.
Even so, women still presume that men aren't good enough for them. They end up alone, wondering where all the men have gone. They were there, but you were too busy thinking you were too good for them. They married other women, had children, and built lives for themselves. Now you are middle-aged and alone, still talking about how no man is good enough for you. Some women need to set their arrogance aside and try to build a life together, not just make demands. Start talking about what you can do for them, not about what a man needs to possess just to be accepted into your life. Who knows? Maybe then you'll actually land a man.
Nine!
Meine Powerbank ist im Arsch.
Okay, so everyone in the comments is mad at this man, but I've watched this like 5 times and I still don't see what he did wrong. So let's watch it back in slow-mo while I read some of the comments. He pushed her. May this love never find me. What? He was literally grabbing her by the shoulders to try to stabilize her. He never pushed her. Run away, girl. What makes you think that she can run away from a man? She can't even outrun the tiniest current of water. Genuinely, what was he supposed to do? Make the water freeze? I genuinely don't even know what everyone is freaking out about. Are they not both to blame? Like, did they not both go right up to the tip of the beach holding power banks and purses fully clothed? What is this, their first experience with planet Earth? Is this their first time seeing an ocean? And even if it is your first experience with an ocean, I'm sorry, common sense? Hello? Like, I'm not gonna drag the man here. I'm dragging everyone, which is easy to do apparently. The tiniest little wave in the world could do it. This is dumb and dumber, and dumbest being the entire comment section. This couple, 0. Another point to Darwinism.
If my woman cheats on me, yes, I'm walking away. Do you know why? Because I know I can't deal with that, right?
Okay, so
I'm not going to.
who's a better woman?
I'm not going to stay and get revenge, because at the end of the day, all it's going to do is create for everyone. What I'm saying is from a realist point of view rather than an idealistic point of view, right? Men step out on the situation, but how do we come to the resolve, right? Walk away. It's that effing simple.
Just stop it. When you're cheating, you obviously don't value that person, right? Just point blank. Now, whether you're human or not, the basis is you do not value that person. You have no right to teach somebody else your self-worth. I cheated on you, and if you care about yourself, you would leave.
Well, who's trying to teach them?
And they don't want that.
Situation. You're saying that because I know my self-value and won't allow you to cheat on me.
You a dumb bitch.
Let you cheat on me because I cheated on you. Look, if my girl cheated, and tomorrow I choose to go out there, I tell her, okay, we're still going to be together, and I go out tomorrow and cheat on her, that's a choice that I made. It doesn't relieve me of the accountability of the choice.
But she is not cheating and say we cheated. If we decided to continue this, we didn't make a decision to break this. You made a choice. Therefore, you have to lie in the consequence. We don't have to lie in the consequence of me teaching you about your self-worth.
Once upon a time in New York, you could walk past a group of guys. A couple of them will lock in on you. One of them will decide, oh no, I'm going for it. Start walking with you 10 blocks, talking to you, trying to get to know you, trying to get your phone number or your social media accounts. He would commit to the bit, like, no, I'm walking with you. Wherever you going, I'm going with you because I want that number. I want that information. I'm trying to get with you for real. Like, they would commit. They would yearn. You'll be walking down the street, a man see you in his car, he start following you in the car. And it wasn't even creepy. It was like low-key romantic because he really wanted to run down to you so bad. He was willing to take a detour from the way he was going to now go where you're going because he want to talk to you because you look that good. I don't know what happened. I don't know why the men in New York stopped doing these things. A man in New York used to talk to you while you was pregnant. He didn't even care if your baby had a dad. He didn't care. You look good. Don't care. I'll take care of that baby. Like, they used to be on that. I'm not sure what happened, but I miss the real New Yorkers. The real they used to really run down. It's not the same. It's so sad right now. Dating pool is full of piss and pride.
And what you have a lot of modern women doing is kind of rebranding their roster, right? And, they, instead of saying, well, I got a rotation of men, they might call it a dating portfolio. Oh, I'm just, kind of looking and, I'm just kind of seeing and date them all, girl. Date them all. Okay. All right. But then you're going to get out here and you're going to say, well, where are all the good men at? How come I can't find a man to commit to me? And I'll even go, I don't agree with it, but I'll even go as far as say this, to give you to extend to you an olive branch. Maybe you're dating multiple men at the same time. What y'all are trying to do is extract from a man instead of just saying, I'm not really trying to get to know him. I'm trying to see what he can do for me. Right? So if you're dating a guy, you go on a date, like say for instance, you're trying to get angel investors, going out for a meeting or something like that. Even in the Shark Tank, everybody is looking for the product, and you say, man, I got a really good product here. Does anybody want it? Right? These people, you have to give them a sample. The person who's trying to sell has to give them a sample of what's going on. So whether you say, let's say you, the woman, are the investor, you're the shark in this situation. Let's say that you have the money, you have the power, you have all of that stuff. The man has to come in and give you a sample of what he's got going on. Modern women are saying, no, I don't want to put any money up. I want you to come in and not only give me a sample, I want you to give me access to your entire business. And not only do I want you to give me access to your entire business, I want to try your business out for, really, there's no timeline. There really isn't any timeline. And it's different for different women. I want to try your business out within 2 weeks. I want to try your business out within 2 days. We just start talking. I mentioned my hair and nails. You need to pay for that. So that's one part of your business. Go ahead and give me the money for that. I mentioned lunch. That's another part of your business. Go ahead and give me the money for that. All is broke down on the side of the road. I expect you to drop whatever you're doing and come get me. Even though I could have called AAA, it would have been quicker. Even though I was right beside my house, my daddy could have come got me. I want to test you out. Right, but we haven't been talking but for like 2 or 3 days. I don't even know you like that. We haven't even been on a date. Modern women are trying to extract. So it's more than a sample. And that's what men have a problem with. You're trying to extract more from me and we don't even know each other. And that's why a man says, well, hold on, before we get to the dinner and all that stuff, let's go on a coffee date or a walk or something like that to where we can get to actually know each other. And then as we get to know each other, now you continue, you're extracting my resources. You're just slowly over time. And I'm saying I'm getting value. So I don't mind giving you my resources. But a lot of times now, men are not getting any value. So this whole, well, I got a roster to do this, roster to do that. Oh, I only want this man for dinners. Oh, I only want this man for paying my rent. Oh, I have this man for when I need to get me some. He's my best eater. That's what they're saying out here, man. When you have that going on, a man is going to hear that and be like, oh, she's not serious. And then when they don't take you seriously and they dog you out, then you have a problem.